What's going on, everybody? Just picking a great time of day once again to go ride around when traffic's everywhere. I don't know why I always do that. I'm brilliant, I guess. But, man, I was sitting here thinking about it, you know, the iPhone and all the iPods. Screw them all, man. This is what I wanted to say in this video. The end, though. But no, this is what my point of it is I've been thinking about it lately. If you look at what the first iPhone does to what the newest one does, you probably go, oh my god, you know, there's so many improvements. It just gets better and better every year. It's so much sweeter. But if you break it down and look at what each iPhone did as it went up through the period of time, or year to year, I don't know, man, screw it, it hasn't done that much. I mean, let's look at it, you know. The first iPhone, we were all so excited about it because it got on the internet. Everyone's like, oh man, it's so flippin' cool, you know. It sort of had GPS, but couldn't really exactly find you. It just kind of had a general idea where you were. Then the iPhone 3G came out, and it actually had like faster internet. Faster, it wasn't fast. The 3G is decent. It's the processor, I guess, in the phone that kind of makes it suck, but, you know, it's still, it was just kind of like, okay, yeah, it goes a little bit faster. I can't remember if the original had a video camera on it. I want to say it didn't. And like the 3G did, but it didn't do like, it just did like picture taking. Maybe the original did picture taking too. I don't know. I had a 3G. But you know, it was like, wow, why does it still do videotape? Like my old flip phone from like 5 years ago did videotape when I bought my 3G. I'm going, what the hell did I just replace it with, you know? Is this car gonna go? And you start looking at like each year, it's just small upgrades, like the 3GS. Oh wait, now it does video recording with the same camera basically inside of it. Like, what kind of jip is that? I jailbroke my old 3G just so it would do that, you know? It's like, what a silly upgrade. And I just went out and bought a 4 because they were $100 right now. The 4S just came out, and fuck man, I dropped it and broke the damn thing. I mean, they're incredibly fragile, you know? I will say, yeah, the internet's quite a bit faster the way it works. It does some cool features. They put a camera on the front and back, and it's got an LED light. But again, my old flip phone, what's your truck? My old flip phone from like fucking, now what, 6-7 years ago, had a LCD screen on the front and on the inside, so you can aim the camera at yourself and take a picture. It did video. It had an LED on it, so that was a flashlight. It was bright as hell. I mean, you know, it's like they're just adding little features and then selling it off as if they've done something really amazing and cool with the phone. It's like, give me a fucking break. You just made like, you added something to it that was missing to begin with. Isn't that kind of ridiculous? Like, we're all so fucking excited about it. Like, oh, now I can make 720p video. Fuck, the first iPhone should have done that. That was that, you know, that should be something we're getting excited over. You know what I really want on them? I'd love to see an SD card slot on the side. You know, with the same with the iPods. The iPods, they did the same thing with it. I mean, you know, they just added little upgrades each year. The main one was, it holds a little more memory. It holds a little more memory. You know, you put a fucking 1,000 songs on it, that's probably not enough for you. So next year we'll make it so it'll hold 2,000 songs. You know, put a fucking SD card in the side of it. I don't even care if I got a shitty 500 meg card. I'll put a shitload of songs on it and switch it out when I don't want to listen to those anymore. That's why do I need to... I don't know. Yeah! Anyway, yeah, it's like, why just these tiny little stupid upgrades? Give me something I want, you know? You'll never see an SD card slot on the side, because then there'd be no point in buying the 16 gig versus the 8 gig or whatever, you know? That's how they get you a fucking $100, or what is it, like, yeah, like if you, like $200 for the 4S, and like $300 for the bigger memory version. Damn, man. Should be some high dollar memory they're putting in there. But I was thinking about it. What they've done is the same thing that the Walkmans did way back in the day. Remember the old Walkman tape players? started out, I think they had like play, stop, and like maybe fast forward. They didn't have rewind. You had to like flip the tape over and fast forward, then flip it back around. That was silly. And they kept adding like another button each year. That's what the iPhones and iPads have done, and iPods, all that shit. That's what they've done with it. They've just added minute upgrades and sold it off as this great new thing, and you were excited to have it, you know? I think by the time before Walkmans finally died, I think they finally had like AM and FM like digital radios and shit on them. Let's go. Man, it's like, I don't know, it's kind of crazy. They took it to all that point just to get this show to do that. You know, it's like little upgrades, and people would buy them every year. Steve Jobs, they do the same thing with the iPad or iPod. I mean, yeah, they would do great. I keep calling it iPad. There's an iPad. Tampy package. So, like, they just treat you with these tiny little upgrades, but then at the same time, they went ass backwards at durability of the phone, you know? My old 3G was like plastic with a glass front. I want to say the glass must have been pretty thick on it or something, because I've dropped the shit out of that thing and never broke it. But you know, it was plastic on the back. The old original one was aluminum, just like the iPods were. Why couldn't they leave them like that, you know? No, now they've gone from an aluminum-backed iPhone to an all-glass iPhone. I mean, the back of it's glass. Why does the back of it need to be glass? If I shatter that bit, I'm never gonna replace that. I got a thing that's gonna be in a outer box now. But yeah, I mean, fucking like second day I had my iPhone. I barely drop it. Oh, it's fucked now. Great. Oh well. You gotta have it, right? Heaven forbid you don't have the newest iPhone. Yeah, I don't know. I think I was reading something. Somebody was saying like, you know, now that Steve Jobs is dead, I really hope the person takes over, you know, I guess he was not wording it anyway, but they're like, I hope the person that takes over doesn't just fuck us over, you know, keep bringing out great products like Steve Jobs did. Man, Steve Jobs was fucking smooth as wrong, man. I mean, he's a great guy, he was really smart, you know, he had some badass shit, of course. I'm not gonna say anything like that, you know, they didn't want to do anything, there we go. They didn't do anything great, but I mean, I kind of hope the person that would be more in charge of the company now would be the person to go, hey, let's quit fucking bullshitting around. Let's really make a badass upgrade to the phone. Let's quit just making, like, you know, little bullshit upgrades here and there and make the thing. I think the next one will be made of paper and glue. You know? How about we go back to an aluminum-backed iPhone and quit dicking about? Am I hitting the button?